EnVyUs really committed heavily to try to fight, and it was before they took the bomb site. And G2 actually never really took the bomb site before everybody was basically dead for EnVyUs. So
worth noting that it's rare to find a CT side that doesn't force buy in the second round of cash after losing the pistol. So I'm not really criticizing Envy specifically. It is something that pretty much every single team does. But for me, you see so many issues with the buy round when it comes in most of the time. I mean, there are some teams like if you're FaZe, for example, right? Then they just win with CZs, right? So with some exceptions, it's more acceptable to force buy because you know what they're capable of. But I think we've seen over a great period of time that those second round force buys just don't work for CT sides. And I'd love to talk to teams and see what they think. Like a full buy, let's say a $6,000 buy on the first buy round of CT is the value of that compared to for $4,300 buy after you force bought. Like what the difference is, if it's a marginal difference, because you could go 1, even 2 AWPs, for example. Doesn't mean you're going to win the round, and it depends on the approach you want of the round and how your team is set up. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a handicap.
Yeah, it's a really big difference because as time goes on and teams get better at maps, there's more knowledge on maps. That also means that there's more value in the utility that you can have because that you have more ways to apply it. There's more ways to get edges with that utility, and there's more plays to be made. There's more, just general ways to approach a round, which will be more suitable to the situation as opposed to, oh, we can only afford a smoke and a flash on most players, which really commits. Like if let's say we're behind, we can't afford the AWPs as well. We have one player with FAMAS. Okay, so what do we do now? Do we play really passively? Okay, if we do that, we'll run out of grenades. If the other team plays slow, and then they'll run into the site with an execute, and then we'll just die because we have no counter grenades and we have no retake potential. Okay, so what if we play aggressive then? Oh, we made an aggressive play. It either failed or we didn't get anything from it. Okay, now we've used half of our utility. It's like that's the spot that you're in with that $4,000 buy. And there's no options. So I agree with you completely. I think the difference is massive. And some teams don't respect it enough and don't have enough faith in their buy rounds. But
so Happy is not the only person experiencing internet issues today. As you can see, RPK is also experiencing some internet issues, but it's slowly going down by 8 ping at a time, it seems.
Oh, 10. Oh,
this is nice.
11. 9.
Now
8.
his ping is like he's playing in North America, on the East Coast.
Yeah, this is fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, is it plateauing at 90 too? Oh, there we go. Back up. This bouncy castle.
This is fun. We're commentating someone's ping changing.
Well, it's gone down by half. You have to wonder what changed for it to go from 200 to 100. Is it going up again? Is it going up again? Don't tease us. We're being teased.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
That twist.
Well, that's not good. It's going. It went down by half, and now it's quadrupled.
Yeah, that's quite the sick twist.
Yeah, maybe his Wi-Fi is being shared.
Oof.
Oh, is it going to hit 5? Is it going to hit 5?
420.
Is it going to hit 5? No. Well, I don't know. Maybe we go to a break because there's only so much commentary we can do about a ping.
About the guys, but yeah, it's been fun though. It's first time for everything.
Yeah, it's been very enjoyable.
I wonder if MBK will stay deathless and for how long. But so we'll have to find out after a break, I suppose. Whilst this all gets sorted out, we will do our best to do what we can, and also
we can't do anything.
We can't do anything,
isn't it?
Yeah, but we'll do our best to get Lornas over here, which we can't also do anything about. But he is coming now.
Just keep misleading the audience, Dan.
Okay, right. See you guys after the break.
The perfect competitive environment. It means no crowds, no distractions. It's not that we don't love the fans. We figured we'd go back to what made us great by recreating the perfect competitive environment.
Can't you win like a car in FaZe? Guys, do you want to take the car?
Tune in to the ECS Season 4 Finals, December 15th through 17th. It's going down in Cancun, Mexico. Live, only on youtube.com/faceit.
Oh, wait.
And we're back.
I can't believe
Where's
that.
the ping at?
I like that video.
Where's the ping? Where's the ping? Oh, it's down. Okay.
I like the voiceover artist of that.
No,
that
when I
video.
was talking to you about the 0.7 upload, right? You know what used to happen to me is because I lived in a solid brick building. My phone had no reception when I was at home, so I had to connect to the Wi-Fi, and then I'd be playing Counter-Strike. And I think it got up to 160 because my phone was like sending photos I'd taken to the cloud.
Nice.
That was, my internet was terrible, and then I was playing CS on a bureau as well, which made it even worse. So I had a lot of issues with that setup, mainly the internet. Anyway, the 5-0 is on for G2. It's
MBK dies straight away. He's no longer flawless. And there's actually a chance to do some more damage here. EnVyUs have some positions around middle with the Deagle and the PT-50. Maybe they can get a cheeky shot. They've got some cheeky AK pickups as well.
if they were able to pick up a flashbang, they could do bottle flash, right? Happy could throw the flash with Sixer, and Sixer could go into the vents and take another gun away.
Does that still work though, that flash?
Mine is not the flash that used a bug to go through the window. There is can Sliggy go to, if he can take a camera to mid, right? If you look the roof above the vent, there is a pipe to the right. See that pipe on the roof? This pipe, right? So you go to white box. No, it's the rightmost pipe. You go to white box and you throw a flashbang which bounces off this pipe and then goes to the left above the window. And it actually flashes both sides of the vent. I don't think I made it clear enough in my video. I think the only person it doesn't flash is if you're standing in front of vents looking at the vent. If you're standing underneath the vent looking towards the other side of the box, then you get flashed. So if you're standing at the box looking at the vent, you get flashed. It's god tier flash.
I've never seen anyone use it in a professional game.
I'm ahead of my time, I told you, man. Told you about these PT-50s and the pistol round, the flashes in checkers. By the time the pro teams are ready to use bottle flash, it won't even be in the map pool anymore.
Possible. It's actually quite possible. Anyway, we have pressure into the B side of the map, and this is really good from GT previously. I think this can be underused, actually. Just checkers takes, really strong, and Happy's going to have to get the hell out of dodge. He has had some bad times there. Able to frag his way out, though, which is pretty impressive, all things considered. And that's actually got EnVyUs at a 5 versus 3 advantage, which is, I don't think they've had an advantage like this so far at all. Including the last map.
Nice. RPK has been lost. RPK on short. Again, in the Existence days, he would be playing B with Existence, so how times have changed. Maybe he's got a more open role as his skills have been unlocked once again. Well, opportunity knocks for Envy. Only losing one player is fantastic for them, but how long will it continue? They've got an AWP. As well. Yellow and red. KenYes will continue with... actually, both these AWPs are technically KenYes's. He gave that AWP to Sixer because he is attached to the Asimov. There is something weird about the Asimov, I have to be honest. I feel like I just...
Oh, he gave his magic stick to Sixer?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because he can't... He just can't get away from the... As much as he likes other skins more, he plays better with the Asimov. And that sounds weird, like a placebo thing, but I don't know. I feel like my computer performs better when I have it. It's a simpler skin.
Anyway, we have to push into A. Apex in the 4th spot, able to just spray him down from default. And yeah, can't argue with that 3K. Well, this has not gone very well for EnVyUs. This is the big reset button. About to be smashed out. About to be depressed.
Well, they may have a buy because again they survived with 4 players last time, so they
they can, yeah.
They could buy. It's interesting that we're seeing these executes from a number of different teams. That smoke right there. Normally that would only come out from a T side post plant, but we've seen at least 3 teams now throw that smoke at the beginning of an execute and then have a smoke in the hole to re-smoke it post-plant.
I had to learn that smoke.
Yeah, it's such a, well, I mean, post-plant is a very strong smoke, but now we're seeing it come into use beforehand as well. So we'll see how that develops. On Cash, Shox with a cheeky Molotov to the sandbag area, but there's nobody there. Reference existence again. You were talking yesterday about his executes behind smokes in A main.
No,
also in this position.
That was a happy thing.
Okay, but also in this position where Shox was, when there's a CT smoke, existence had lineups so he could still throw a Molotov into the vent position from where Shox is now, and pretty much just smoke execute or do everything through the smoke, which was really awesome. Great attention to detail, but not something you really see in use anymore.
The existence thing I mentioned was these really, really well put together B set pieces, which are really strong and really fast as well.
Does he not see XMS? How weird is that?
Wow. Smokes in this game. Smokes in this game. It's very frustrating to die from when people use one-ways. You feel cheated, I think.
It is cheap, isn't it?
It's very cheap, yeah.
But winning is winning.
It's a knowledge game. That's kind of the way that you need to think about it. Is that person exploited a hole in your knowledge about the game. So you just have to figure that out. And that's another reason why I think the one-ways feel cheap, is because it feels quite difficult to understand, like to learn like every single one-way setup, because there's so many of them, and I feel like you can't necessarily know unless you have been victimized by one.
Yes, and the points at which you learn may cost you a championship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
or tournament placing, or you know. So it's another dominant scoreline from G2 because EnVy have been reset, but not in the fashion that we saw on Cobblestone, where it was just madness. EnVy stacking the A side. Got the pop flash from XMS, but the Molotov will stop anyone from peeking, and maybe that's a clue. That flashbang. NBK is lurking. So, players, careful not to over-engage. He knows it's likely that most, if not all, the players are towards A, so G2 will advance into B, and now the bomb will begin to rotate. That's a very long range for the MAC-10. Apex knows that, so he will not engage further. There is no need for risk.
Nice. I would like to see a video for like every map of all the documented one-ways. I don't know if the video like that exists. I presume that there must be something like that. I haven't seen one if there is. Because that's the other thing too, they're sort of hard to replicate by yourself offline. Because obviously you need to sort of see from both perspectives. Which is an issue.
But there's an infinite amount of one-ways you could create. Well, I wanted to say one of the annoying ones, which you only really see. Actually, no, you do see it in some pro matches, is CPL Mirage, where CT side can smoke it to give themselves a gap. But then, I mean, for the most part, they're in the deep corner, so you just shoot the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one-ways on connector as well, pretty intuitive at least.
Yeah.
That the CTs use. I got caught by those a couple of times and it was really annoying. So we've got G2, like whenever anyone boosts up onto, like actually sits on this red container, it's usually just indicative that the entire team is taking a very defensive approach at the beginning of the round. Nice timing on the pop flash there. Going for an aggression are EnVyUs. They don't have almost any utility, but they have double orbs. And this is so perfect. What a spray down from NBK. This passive approach has really worked a treat.
Yeah, it seems G2 know what to expect of EnVy. They may know what EnVy intend to do before EnVy decide on it.
Yeah, I mean, they were covered against an A main push, a door push, a mid-warehouse push, and a B storage. But they were literally covered for every single potential push EnVyUs could have made within that time period of the early to mid-round. And EnVyUs played right into their clutches. And it's always, and again, another frustrating position because you can't really do much more than try to save now in this position. It's very depressing.
And G2 have no intention of allowing that to happen. Body slowly creeping around the B-bomb site. And Shox is coming in from the back. Shock's giving some sound cues away. But the information is no. There's only Apex on A. They know that EnVy aren't going for this, which is, I mean, fairly obvious, 2 versus 5.
Yeah, I love that late plant. It's like really giving themselves almost a minute of actual time to hunt down these remaining players. That's awesome to see that.
When Abby turns around, I reckon he's going to try and defuse the bomb. But he's denied. Are we going to see two whitewash maps for G2? If so, it's great for their seeding heading towards Cancun should they make it there, because the round difference would be outstanding if this continues in this fashion. Would be a very weird day of Counter-Strike for EnVy. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. Pardon. More appropriate. Did you hear the impact sound, the landing sound?
No, I was not paying attention at that moment.
Slow T stickers. Yeah, the landing sound. Vendetta did raise some reasonable arguments to them yesterday, and we saw Mixwell struggle with them on Nuke. So there is a discussion to be had with those landing sounds, but I'm not yet able to spend some time with that. Although I do have a laptop in the post, almost. NBK slowly looking to clear out the remainder. I like how he's not overcommitting though. He's making noise, but he's giving himself some room to move around, to breathe. There are 40 seconds. G2 need to start committing to one of these sites. They are positioning for a split of the A site. Important kill from Body, and there we go. 28 seconds left, the next mess. Last man standing. I like the meticulous play from G2. They know they are at significant advantage, but they're not going to be sloppy about it.
Bomb has been planterized. Well, yeah, 10-1 indeed is the most dominant scoreline you could hope for. The money is outrageous. There's really no worry at all in the G2 camp. I imagine that they're just really having a lot of fun with this now. And so it starts to become about discipline. How well can they keep up the dominance? Once again, we can see that a passive approach from G2. It's a little bit less passive than the previous time I highlighted it. Shox has come off the red container. NBK is actually pushing door as opposed to just waiting for a push. And so cheeky stuff from Kenny S there. Trying to wallbang everything for Shox.
I've tried to make a CT wallbang for Ts who are boosting. So I shoot the booster in the face. I think it's reasonable to expect the boosting guy to be in the corner. But it's very awkward to do. It's not really possible from the entrance, the CT entrance into, well, Z connector, let's say. You've got to be over towards the white box. And even then, you're kind of exposed. So there isn't really a suitable angle.
That's a great pop flash, isn't it? I wonder how much G2 expected him to be standing there. Either way, that pop flash worked a treat. And obviously, that's a pop flash. That's great because if there's basically a CT on any angle, they're going to get flash or they're going to have to look away, and so they can get past the choke point, and that's sort of what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it would flash somebody in headshots. Oh boy.
How does that? How even is that a thing? That is amazing. Like the angle that he approached.
The fact it's happy as well.
Yeah.
He's got to be tilted at that. He has got to be tilted. 11-1. What is there to say?
Oh man. Oh man. Looking down the crack. Oh dear. 11-1. 20 part. It's 20. It's not even 20. But it's 19 minutes past, James. God damn. Oh, was that a 180 or 360 even?
No.
Did he spin around? Is it just my brain that's spinning around?
Yes.
Okay, normal. MBK pushing the door again. So a little bit more aggressive here from G2, but they opponents are pistols.
That's a cool smoke.
Patience exhibited by G2 as they wait for the pistols to reveal themselves to them. Apex will now start the ball rolling as he moves into a very great position. This was really strong at opening up a bomb site.
Sound like a lottery announcer. He said start the ball rolling. He could do national lottery.
Nice. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Do the lucky dip.
Didn't what's his face do that?
Who's what's his face? And many people have done that.
I forgot his name, never mind.
Many celebrities.
I always wanted to be
I
always wanted to do the crystal ball announcing. You know, when it used to be like,
yes.
will you start the fans, please?
Yeah,
You know?
Crystal Ball was amazing. I don't know who that guy was, the ball guy with the harmonica, but he was just gangster as hell. He was awesome.
Can you start the fans, please? Who?
Joe Ball.
Oh, OJ Borg, yeah. OJ Borg.
Borg.
He did the lottery show.
Ah, I see. Because they were like...
They said OJ, I was thinking of Simpson.
They were using... Yeah, I thought that as well. They were using hand signs to try to make an O and a J, and it's just like, I don't know what on earth's going on over there.
Well, that's a long tiresome round for NV. All watching XMS's screen as he achieves.
That'd be awesome.
Nothing.
It would make sense as well because he has his gloves. He could use the glove, the OG glove. Be great.
Oh dear, that would be so wrong.
It would be quite wrong, yes. It'd be very wrong. Well, 12-1. I mean, this is pretty wrong as well. Perhaps G2 should also be put on trial for this, James.
Wow, someone went to my YouTube channel to look at the Cash Flash, who's actually tuned in. That's cool.
That's nice. What happened? What did he say?
He said it just came from ECS stream.
Oh, so you made a comment on your video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome. Someone's learned something. That is great. What's also great for G2 is that NBK has one around for them.
That's very true. I can understand why people would look up that flash because it sounds broken as hell. So why would you not want to learn that?
If you look at how Apex was facing the vent, like if you're facing the entrance of the vent, I don't think you get flash. But any other position, you do get flash. So there's nothing to lose by...
You're facing the entrance of the vent from checkers.
Yeah.
So what? Just looking at checkers.
Yeah.
Sorry, looking at the vent.
Yeah. If you're in the vent, standing in front of it, because the awkward angle is if you're beside it.
Oh, so you're in the vent. You won't get flashed. You're saying?
No. If you're in checkers and you are facing the entrance of the vent, so you're going to immediately engage someone in the vents, right?
So you're standing close to it.
Yeah.
Okay,
and you're facing it.
Okay. So
you're in front of it.
Okay. So
as opposed to basically being underneath it, like in the corner. If you're underneath it, because the flashbang, if you think about it, the flashbang lands in the middle of checkers.
Yeah.
Above.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're facing the other side of checkers at any position from either side, you get flashed. If your back is to the middle of checkers, you won't get flashed.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even see that. 149. 149. That's the body ball bank. They tried to stop it, but you just can't, apparently.
Well, that's something, isn't it? Oh, God. Please make it stop, GT, please. Have mercy.
Matchmaking stress.
I feel really bad for EnVyUs right now. I mean, I shouldn't, but I do.
I don't.
Well, you don't feel bad for anything. You're a machine, James.
Yeah. I've been called emotionally unintelligent before. Which I think is awesome.
You have one emotion. Go.
I actually found a keyring in the Saatchi gallery that said emotionally intelligent, and I gave it to the person who called me emotionally unintelligent. I give the best presents. I'm undisputed king of giving people presents. Even in a situation, 4 versus 2, G2, still making it painstakingly slow for Envy.
Actually, EnVyUs, were getting their Charlie Sheen on in the previous game. They had one gear, James. It was go. It was go. There was no other gear. I think I've got a feeling like that's how it would be on their T side if they could have a T side here as well. I love the first steps.
I think we should just watch in painful silence the conclusion of this round.
I just like listening to the footsteps. I don't know why. It just sounds funny to me at this point.
Come on, painful silence, painful silence. That's not silence, is it? That's noise. It's the opposite of silence. You can see G2 tried to win the round by elimination. They spent the maximum time possible trying to find Scream. And they couldn't find him. And Scream was just hiding. He was hiding. Like it's, you know,
on
he's
the
in a
last
corner.
round of the first half as well.
He's in a corner of a raps map or something.
I wonder if he was doing that because he was talking with his team, because obviously there's no reason to just not go and die there. So maybe the team was using that time to talk.
This is so bizarre because EnVy has been a team full of promise recently, right? And yes, it's a French derby, but this is not a French derby. This is someone's getting beaten with rolling pins. Like this is, I mean, what's going on with EnVy?
They just have this funny temperament where sometimes they're just very tilted for whatever reason, and it's unpredictable. I think that's the only way you can really describe this situation. Bish bash bosh. Well,
so are EnVy going to win another second round pistol?
It's like they might win the pistol, yeah. Here we go. More engagements for our PK. I like how Apex is just actually just doing nothing because he doesn't want to die before he throws the smoke. So he was literally just hiding in a wall, not even facing at all. So he can throw the smoke. So that was smart by Apex because he also has a kit too. Another kit's on the bomb site, that's good. But they are going to be surrounded. It was all for naught, perhaps. Just Sharks left. Sharks is going to get knifed. Nice there. Now they're giving it a little bit. That's a good...
As much as you can when you're down 2 to 14.
Yeah.
So Elige has had issues with the sounds in the game as well.
Is he tweeting, is he?
I'm going to... Yeah, he said, sound occlusion 0 command doesn't fix the problem with the sound right now. Sounds just aren't good right now.
That's kind of ambiguous.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him to elaborate.
Because sounds aren't good. Like, yeah, you got to specify. Like, what is this? What are the issues?
Is it landing sounds specifically? Like looking at 3 clicks for how many clicks is it in Philip? Whatever.
3 clicks.
All the clicks. Looking at his video about sound occlusion, it's not even about the. Actually, yeah, it's not even about the occlusion so much. It's about the surface. Like there's even when you're running, there's different sounds on different surfaces. But on Dust 2, when someone's running in B halls, at some point there is a sound which is like they're running outdoors on like a sandy surface. And while there may be one in B halls, that is counterintuitive, right? Because it's an outdoor sound indoors. So, and that's just one map. Whereas,
well,
they're trying to make different landing sounds for every kind of surface. So I mean, how do you not have problems that need to be fixed with that kind of thing?
I mean, Dust 2, I mean, I don't even care about the sounds. When I'm playing Dust 2 at the moment, it feels like I'm playing against like 5 predators or something. Like I can't actually see them; they're camouflaged. It's just like, just owning my face, like the ill-equipped marine against the predators in the forest.
That reminds me of that game, Natural Selection.
Yeah, that game was so sick when I first played it and when it came out. It was so sick. I
really wish that I had time to play Natural Selection 2. I bought it, but I have never played it. And I love Natural Selection.
Yeah.
There was nothing more fun than being at Onos and eating someone.
Yeah, that's the massive one, right?
And digesting them.
That's like the biggest ever. Yeah, that was like one of my first memories of the game was when, because you like, for those who don't know, you can it's like the aliens versus the Marines essentially, and it's kind of like a team-based RTS in a sense, and it's first person, and the aliens can sort of like evolve as time goes over, as they get more resources to like bigger aliens. The Onus is like the biggest one. It's like an Ultralisk if you play StarCraft. And my first memory was like, as a group of Marines, like trying to hold off one of those, like in this choke point for like 10 minutes. It was amazing.
Yeah, Onus was awesome. Lurk was awesome as well. Wasn't a fan of the flying thing. 10 rounds away are Envy at the moment. Can they make a respectable game of this? Happy deploying some grenades. Horrific CT side for Envy, but it will force G2 away from the middle area. Shock's looking for a pop back from his teammate, and he gets one. There's Happy taken down. He will focus his efforts towards the squeaky door, but despite the tight choke point, RPK and XMS getting all the kills. Apex trying to clean up. XMS down to 7 HP. The grenade. Oh boy. And that's going to leave it in 1 versus 1. Sixer versus Apex. AWP is known, but so is the position of the bomb. And Apex can hear Sixer rotating to it. He's just going to face him. Okay, more sensible positioning now. Surely Sixer's barrel will reveal his position. And a free kill. And there was a delay from Apex there, almost as if he considered a knife. There was hesitation. He could have shot him faster if he wanted to. Apex with a dirty mind.
So what happens, right, if Kenny S... Because Apex just picked up Kenny S's magic stick, right? So what happens then if Kenny S wants to... Like, if he has to, like, play with some other skin because it's, like, dropped or because he picked up, you know?
I think the odd skin here and there is fine, but...
Okay. Because he has his magic stick back now.
Generally speaking, I think it's the Asimov. Needs to be the constant, the one constant in his life. Envy on the ropes. Envy have definitely looked like Apollo Creed versus Ivan Drago. If he dies, he dies. We need a doctor.
Oh, this is going well for G2, holding off the brunt of the push. The bomb stuck in the choke point. EnVyUs step.
The first one's not really worth talking about. G2 take maximum points. I think that's the key takeaway here. And it's just a bizarre day of Counter-Strike from Envy. Not sure what else to say. After the performance on the first map, I don't know what they could really offer on the second one. Just very, very strange.
Yeah, it just seems like EnVyUs were a bit tilted today. I think, again, G2 are certainly the favourites for this series, but I think what we have seen lately from EnVyUs would absolutely give us confidence that they could have a game with a good start, that they could cause a lot of issues for G2 and even take maps away from them, especially due to the fact that it is a French face-off, a domestic matchup. But again, alas, it was not to be. Today was not the day of EnVyUs, it was the day of G2, and the stats don't really mean too much in this instance, unfortunately. Just people doing what they had to do to close out the game.
Yeah, so we're going to have a good 25 minutes before the next game. Hopefully Launders turns up before it starts. So hopefully we can break down the next matches once he arrives. What are the next matches, Dan?
So we have Mouseforce and Godsend on Inferno and Mirage as the next series, which will be a lot of fun.
Yes, it will, and that's coming up at top of the hour, so you've got some break time. In the meantime, have a look at the shop, shop.csgoleague.com, pick up some Envy jerseys, or some G2 jerseys, or any other jerseys you wish. We will see you at the top of the hour for the next 2 matches. See you then.
The perfect competitive environment. It means no crowds, no distractions. It's not that we don't love the fans. We figured we'd go back to what made us great by recreating the perfect competitive environment.
Can't you win like a car in Faces? Guys, do you want to take the car?
Tune in to the ECS Season 4 Finals, December 15th through 17th. It's going down in Cancun, Mexico. Live, only on youtube.com/faceit.
If you're a fan of crutches, then get your hands on this. But now let's focus on an even greater product, Taser.com, a competitive gaming platform.
Wow, James, that sure sounds amazing.
It is amazing, Dan. On Taser, you can find the toughest dudes in the galaxy.
I heard it's got all these great features for real gaming.
Yes, it has, Dan. Like a voice communication system. Just post one to your friends.
Well, James, that sure is cutting-edge technology.
Radios must be within a 10-metre straight line with clear line of sight and sunny weather with no wind.
Do you keep getting wrecked by hacker noobs online? Introducing new Taser security system.
Wow, it's so lightweight. It feels like there's nothing inside.
That's correct, Dan. But there's more.
Behavioural index to keep you from playing with idiots. An easy way to send in your results. Multiple game titles. And here you can see a happy customer.
It's great!
If you sign up within the next 4 minutes, you will get these items for free. James White's best Christmas songs. Watermelon signed by Dan Black.
Fan är det här?